To ease and prevent back pain, especially for those injured or those who sit all day or lift heavy things, here is a series of therapeutic yoga postures using props to help you realign your spine and relieve back tension. You will feel great even after just one session, but consider practicing these postures a few times a week to help you release long-held back tensions and increase spinal mobility, bringing freedom of movement back into your life. You'll be needing a few accessories for this practice, blocks and bolsters. And try to double the mat or place the mat on top of a carpet for extra cushioning. You can find these accessories at any yoga store. Look online. Let's come to lie down on the mat. We call this posture Shavasana, or corpse pose. Bring your low back as close to the floor as you can get it by tucking the pelvis under. And then bend the knees one at a time, bringing the feet to the floor parallel, hip width apart. We're going to begin an abdominal exercise by pressing down the back into the floor on the exhale, and releasing the abdomen on the inhale. And exhale, squeeze the navel to the spine, pressing the low back flat. And release for the inhale, letting the belly be full. And exhale, squeeze, tucking the back to the floor. And inhale, release. And exhale, squeezing the navel to the spine and the spine flat. And release, inhale, filling the belly. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, tucking the pelvis slightly. And release, inhale, arching the back slightly. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, arch. Exhale, tuck. And inhale, arching the back a little more, lifting the mid-back off the floor. And exhale, tucking, rounding the back. Inhale, release, and arch the back. Try to increase the bend each time, keeping the breath fluid and smooth. Arching, lifting, and tucking. And release. Come back to rest. Let's bring the knees into the chest one at a time. Give them a hug. You can rock gently if you like from side to side. We're going to move into an abdominal exercise now. Pressing the knees away with the hands, but resisting with the abdominal muscles, not letting the legs be pushed. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Using the abdominal muscles, exhale, push, resisting, and release. Exhale, inhale, release, and exhale, push. And inhale, release. Again, push and release. And push and pushing and release. And pushing and release. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. And pushing, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bring the knees into the chest, giving them a hug. You can rock gently from side to side. We're going to squeeze the knees in on the exhale and release slightly for the inhale. And exhale, squeeze, and inhale, release. Let's straighten out the left leg as we bring the right leg in nice and close. And switch. And switch. And switch. Bring that knee in close, extending the leg. Now we're moving into the same exercise with the feet flexed and the heels reaching away. And switch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And again, switch. And bring both knees into the chest, giving them a hug and rocking gently. Extend the legs up to the ceiling, reaching the heels. Flexing the feet, parting the toes. Press into the hands and tuck the pelvis under and lower the pelvis. So tucking it under, lifting it up slightly, using the lower abdominals and coming back down. Inhale up, exhale down. Avoid swinging the legs here. This is really just an abdominal exercise, reaching the heels up towards the ceiling. Exhale and inhale. Curling the pelvis under and releasing. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's double up. Count now. Up and down, up and down, up, down, up and down. And again, a few more times. Bring the knees into the chest, giving them a hug. And rest the abdominal muscles. Pull the knees apart, bringing them down towards the shoulders, and then reach the feet to face the ceiling as you grab the outer edge of the feet, pulling them down, letting the knees come toward the armpits, coming into happy baby. You'll be feeling a nice long stretch in the low back here, and also in the hips. You can rock in this posture. This helps massage the muscles along the spine. Take a few deep breaths. And bring the soles of the feet together now, bringing them down towards your forehead. This gets in a little deeper. Keep breathing. Fill the back of the body and the belly with the breath. Rock a little bit here too. And let's wrap the hands on the underside of the knees and bring the forehead towards the legs. And now hug the legs in nice and close, rounding the back. And let's start to rock forward and back along the length of the spine, starting small and gradually getting bigger and bigger, coming all the way up to the shoulders and to the sit bones. Try to curl each vertebra away from the next. And finally coming up to sit on the sit bones into little boat. And if it feels comfortable, you can release the hands from the legs and breathe. Let's come to lie down on our bellies. Moving into a low back exercise. Bring the head to the floor, arms out in front of you. Extend the body. Take a deep breath, filling the back. And we'll slowly move into a leg lift, preparing for Locust. Raising the right leg. And exhale, put it down. Inhale, left leg. And exhale, down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. And exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. And switch. Inhale. And exhale, one more time each side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Let's take a deep breath into the back. And we're going to lift both legs, bring them together and up, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slowly release. Take a deep breath, fill the back of the body, extend the legs out and away from you. And one more time, inhaling up, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Take a deep breath, filling the belly and the back. So we're moving into the upper part of the body here, raising the right arm up and exhale down. Left arm up and exhale down. Inhale right, exhale down. Inhale left and exhale down. Take a deep breath and raise both arms and the head and the chest, holding and release. Exhale. Inhale, let's do that again. Raising the arms, head and chest, grounding the feet. And exhale down. Let the forehead rest. Take a deep breath. Feel the back and the belly. And we'll be moving into a full body Superman pose in just a moment. So breathe in deeply and raise the legs, arms, head, and chest, holding. And release. Take a deep breath. And let's repeat that. Inhale deeply. Lifting everything up, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Bring the hands down by your ribs and push onto your knees and come into child's pose, bringing the hips over the heels. For comfort, you can always bring a bolster and place it under your body and lay the head on top. This is very comfortable for the low back and helpful for those whose hips have limitations. Take a few deep breaths and fill the back of the body with the breath. Inhale, and slowly coming up, remove the bolster, bring the knees together, and grab hold of the backs of the heels. Bring the top of the head to the floor in front of the knees and lift the hips off the heels, sending the mid and low back up toward the ceiling as you pull along the heels with the arms, stretching out the back. Take a few breaths. And release. Let's come to lie on our back. Bring your knees up and your feet in parallel, hip width apart. Bring the hands down by your sides. And when you're ready, you're going to press into the feet. Curl the tail and the pelvis. And start to lift the hips as you put the weight into the legs. And slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Inhale and exhale, curling the pelvis and pushing into the legs, lifting up. And exhale down one vertebra at a time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up, pressing into the feet, tucking the pelvis, and slowly rolling down. Again, inhale, lifting, and exhale down. Inhale up, holding, tucking, and release, rolling down. Inhale, coming up, pressing higher and higher each time, holding, and slowly lowering. Pressing into the feet, tucking the pelvis, coming up even higher, bringing the hands together under the back, walk the shoulders under the back, and push into the legs. And slowly release, rolling down. Take hold of one of the blocks. If you don't have a block, you can use a book or a rolled blanket or a very firm pillow. Place it under the sacrum, not the low back, and let the arms rest out to the sides. You're going to feel the low back starting to release. To help you relax here, you can part the feet to the width of the mat and let the knees drop towards each other, resting. Taking long, deep breaths here. Letting the spine release the tension, letting the vertebra pull apart slightly, creating space between each one. And feeling the back pulling away from the pelvis, creating length in the low back. Keep the breath coming in down to the bottom of the lungs. Allow the breath into the tight spaces of the back, helping the back to release. Oxygen relaxes the muscles and helps to flush the toxins, so keep breathing deeply. Gradually, you will feel more space being created, helping the movement in the back and the hips. Inhale fully and exhale completely. Just close the eyes and rest here. Bring your attention into the low back, asking it to release and let go of long-held tensions. Keep breathing. And releasing. If you're feeling uncomfortable here, feel free to take the block out or lay a blanket on top of it to keep it from being so hard. But otherwise, do your best to relax. And try to release the tension in the back. Stay focused on the breath. Allow the body to sink a little deeper into the posture. Bring the right knee into the chest and give it a hug, pulling it in gently, and extend the left leg. Taking long, deep breaths, feel the hips starting to release. Feel the stretch in the left hip flexor and in the right side of the lower back. Keep breathing. Let the legs be soft and heavy, letting go of any holding. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Release the right leg, bring the foot to the floor, bend the left knee, bring the foot to the floor, and then bring the left knee into the chest and slowly extend the right leg. Again, gradually pulling that knee in and releasing any holding in the legs, letting them be heavy. Keep breathing deeply. Allow the low back to release and the hip. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. relaxing deeper into the posture. Slowly release the left leg and the right leg. Bring them both into the chest. Give them a nice tight hug. The block against the low back should be helpful in helping the back bend deeper. Enjoy the stretch in the low back. And keep breathing deeply, remembering that the oxygen is what changes the structure of the body. Releasing tension, purifying the body, releasing toxins, and bringing in vitality. Inhale and exhale. Keep the mind on the breath. Enjoy the stretch. Let's bring the legs into happy baby, grabbing the outer edge of the feet as the soles face the ceiling. Let the knees drop toward the armpits. They can even extend beyond the armpits, out to the outer edge of the shoulders. Pulling on the feet brings the knees down further, helping you into a deeper back bend. This is coming into a posture called Yoga Nidra. At some point, people will be flexible enough to bring their feet behind their heads. But for now, we're just focusing on releasing the tension in the low back. Breathe deeply. Fill the belly and the back. Slowly lowering the legs now one at a time, bring the feet to the floor. Adjust the block if you have to, and straighten the legs out. Now the hips are the highest point, and you'll be feeling a nice stretch in the front of the hip flexors. This also extends the abdomen and releases any tension in the pelvis. Let the body just fall into the posture. Let gravity pull you in. Breathing deeply, filling the abdomen, and exhale completely. Bringing in fresh oxygen and life force with the breath. Let's slowly bring the feet to the floor, bending the knees. Widen the feet to the width of the mat, and drop the right knee in towards the center as you let the left knee drop out slightly. Feeling the twist in the low back. Breathe deeply. It's best not to let the left leg drop out completely. It adds to the weight in the stretch. If you find it uncomfortable to keep your leg in this position, you can always use a support. Like a pillow or a bolster. You can relax a little more deeply this way and breathe. Feel the stretch in the right hip, all all the way around. And feel it in the low back as well. And bring the legs up to center. Move the bolster or the pillow to the other side. Part the feet and drop the left knee in now, letting the right knee drop out. Breathing deeply, allowing the low back to release, and feel the stretch in the left hip. Allow the leg to drop deeper if it's wanting to. Stay focused on the breath. Keep releasing. Slowly bring the knees back up, bring the feet closer together, press into the feet, tuck the pelvis, and very slowly lift the hips. Remove the block and lower the hips back to the floor, rolling over to one side, and slowly coming up into a seated position. We're going to move into some forward bends now. Our first forward bend will be with 2 bolsters as supports to help us get a little deeper into the buttocks and the low back. Placing one under the knees and one under the belly on top of the thighs, lean forward. Allow the body to drape over the bolsters. If you don't have any, use some big pillows or some blankets rolled up. We'll be here for a little while, so just surrender, let go, and breathe. Bring the breath right down into the bottom of the lungs. Do your best to release the tension in the buttocks and the low back. And release the neck. Let the head hang. This can be painful until you get the oxygen into those muscles, and then it starts to feel great. This is how you realign the spine, by bending it in many different directions for lengths of time, breathing deeply. Relax the feet, the hands, and the face. You can flex the feet here if you like and hold them. This helps you get a little bit deeper into the posture. Pulling just a little more on the backs of the legs and in through the buttocks. Keep breathing deeply. Bring the breath right down to the bottom of the lungs. And allow yourself to sink deeper on the exhale. Try to stay focused on your breath and the sensations in the body rather than letting the mind run away or wishing you could come out of the posture. Just stay with it. Be here and breathe. It takes time for these muscles to release. Slowly releasing, rolling up one vertebra at a time, pulling up through the spine. We're going to move into our second forward bend. Removing the bolster from under the knees, keep the bolster on top of the thighs, straighten the legs out, and lean over the bolster, dropping the head. You can relax the feet here or flex them, whatever you prefer. Remember to release the neck. Breathe into the low back. Remember the lungs go all the way to the bottom of the ribs. Breathe down there. You'll be feeling the stretch a little bit more on the backs of the legs now. Try to relax into the posture. Stay focused on the breath. And surrender. Slowly rolling up. We'll remove this bolster, coming into a full forward bend, sitting up tall, reaching forward with the crown of the head, and then allowing the body to drop over the legs. Let the arms rest. Don't pull yourself deeper in. Just wait for gravity to do it. And when the body's ready, it will let go. Still breathing deeply, filling the abdomen and the low back with the breath. Taking the breath down to the bottom of the lungs. Do your best to release the legs. Try to relax them. And release the neck as well. Keep breathing. You can bring your hands to your back to rub the muscles, creating heat, helping them relax. And feel free to rub the hamstrings too. This helps them release and lets you deeper into the posture. Keep expanding the lungs with the breath. And on the exhale, keep letting go. This is an excellent pose for therapy on the back. Slowly rolling up now, one vertebra at a time. Pulling up tall through the spine. And shake the legs out. And wiggle the toes. Come to lie on your back. And just take a moment to feel the extension you just created in the spine. Breathing deeply, allowing the muscles to stay in this lengthened position. Let's slowly bring the knees up and the feet to the floor, and then bring the knees into the chest, giving them a hug. We're going to come into a twist. Using the bolster for support, let's drop the knees over to the left side, letting the legs rest on the bolster. Open the arms in a T shape, palms facing up, and let the body relax here as you breathe deeply. You can always place your hand on top of your knee to give it a little extra weight, helping you deeper into the twist. Or remove the bolster and place it between the knees. If you'd like to go deeper, remove the bolster and drop both knees over to the floor. Holding the knee can help. Deep breaths. Keep asking the spine to release the tension and breathe deeply, relaxing the muscles. Inhale, filling up the lungs, and exhale, squeeze the navel towards the spine. You can bring the knees up a little higher if you want to come deeper into the twist. Hold the knee to keep the legs from sliding away. Inhale fully. And exhale completely. Let's slowly bring the legs back up, keeping them bent. And slowly lowering over to the right, letting them rest on a bolster to begin. Keep the breath full and long and deep. You can always move the bolster to between the knees now, giving the body a slightly different position to stretch into. remove the bolster altogether if you like, and drop both knees to the floor. Keeping your hand on the knee to stop the legs from sliding away. Turn your head to look towards your opposite hand, completing the twist for the spine. Release the belly for the inhale. Keep asking those back muscles to let go. And you can bring those knees a little higher to come deeper into the twist. Keep taking those long breaths. And release the legs, bringing them back up and hugging them into the chest. Slowly roll to one side and gradually push yourself up into a seated position. Take your time here to avoid dizziness. We're going to come into our second last posture, bringing the bolster horizontally along the mat at about the place where your shoulder blades will be when you lay over it. You'll also need a pillow or a block just in case the head needs support. So lay over the bolster, not at the low back but at the upper back, and place the block or a pillow under the head and leave the arms to stretch out to the sides. This is called supported fish. Excellent chest opener and upper back stretch. It also helps relieve tension in the neck. If you need a little more height, you can always change the angle of the block or put another pillow. So we lay here and breathe. Relaxing the feet, the legs, the hips, relaxing the abdomen and the chest, letting go of any holding in the shoulders and the neck. Let go completely. You can always bring the feet in and bring the soles together as you drop the knees out into reclined bound angle pose. This is very relieving for the hips. Just let go of the inner legs. Breathing deeply, filling the lower part of the lungs with the breath. And releasing the tension. Let's begin to roll over to one side, coming off the bolster very slowly. And push yourself up into a seated position. Coming into our last posture now. You can remove the block. And place it under the back just to feel how it would feel with something a little bit more firm than the pillow or the bolster. You can do it vertically or horizontally. This is an experiment for you to try. Some of you may prefer this over the bolster. But now we're going to place the bolster lengthwise on the mat, under the back, so that the head can rest on the bolster. This is a supported Shavasana, or a chest opener. As you can see, the shoulders fall out to either side of the bolster, creating an expansion across the chest. And relax the head. And let the arms drop into the floor. Softening the muscles of the face. Release the jaw. Soften the tongue and the lips. Relax the temples, the forehead, and the scalp. And let the eyes gently fall back and rest in their sockets. Relax the throat area and soften the muscles in the chest. Relax the arms, letting go of any holding in the hands or the fingers. Soften and relax the organs in the belly. And let them sink back towards the spine. Release the low back. And soften the muscles in the buttocks and those attached to the sacrum. Let go of any holding in the hips. And let the legs be heavy, softening all the muscles, letting them hang toward the floor. Relax the ankles and the feet. Relax the whole body. And relax the mind. Keep your attention on your breath. This is a perfect opportunity to practice meditation and paying attention to yourself. If the mind begins to wander away, just gently bring it back to following the breath. If you like, you can count the breath length, inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 4. And exhale, releasing all tension, all resistance, letting go completely, surrendering to this shape. Slowly come out of the posture by bending the knees and bringing the feet to the floor and rolling to the side, coming off the bolster. Take a moment to neutralize the spine here. When you feel ready, slowly push yourself up into a seated position, but take your time. Namaste.